Hey, welcome back to Project Breakthrough. This is day number 4, and it's a chance to get deeper into this whole process. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, here's a big question. I want to know by a show of hands who actually did their homework.
You guys better do your homework.
Better do your homework.
Look, we can't really move forward if you didn't do your homework. Because what we're doing starting today and tomorrow and beyond is going to depend on whether or not you did everything that we told you to do yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of a line in the sand. So we're glad you did your homework. You got your autoresponder, got your tools. You became an elite member.
We did.
Congratulations. That's awesome. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun having you as part of the family as an elite member. You're going to love the webinars that Vic and I put together. You'll love the marketing roundtable. You get to ask questions. You'll love that interaction with the community. It's going to be a lot of fun. And those who are in the elite side really find a new world that they've walked into, which are other marketers doing the exact same thing, shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, brothers in arms. It's an awesome place. Cool. So let's get started, guys. Today, we've got a very specific outcome together. You know, listen, we can go into your new Site Suites tool, which you guys now have access to. And of course, you who also followed your homework and did your assignment, you've got access now to Site Suite. It's an amazing tool. And I'm ready to dig deep into going to the Site Suite. But listen, every time I put anything together, I've got to make sure, like I'm building that house, I've got a very succinct blueprint. I got to lay out all the specific step by step. The call to action, the content, the bullet points, the things that will sell a customer or bring them in. We have to write things out and make sure they're very specific and very clear to accomplish our objectives. So today's outcome is to create a campaign blueprint. That's what day 4 is all about. Ready to rock and roll?
We are.
All right, good. Listen, any good campaign, no matter what it is, my friends, you've got to have clarity. So listen up and pay close attention. That program literally is understanding the reality about something that exists and doesn't exist. So here's the reality. If you're trying to make a point to somebody and you want to clearly communicate that point to them, you've got to have a position or authority that says, I have the answer, and you got to establish that with them. So number 1 is, if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. And realize this, that blueprint allows you the ability to see the end road. You got to see exactly what a user's going to see, how they're going to receive it, and get it in gear. It's the idea of communication, for example, and you guys realize this when you talk to your wife or your husband or your children or just friends. Communication is a really tricky thing in every single way. Number 1, it starts with an idea, and that idea is something you want to communicate to somebody else. And you've done this all the time in all of your conversations with anybody you ever met. But the ticket is this. How do you know when you say one thing, it'll be received in the exact same way you intended on the other side? You've experienced this, I'm sure, in all of your life. So if you can't see it, you can't see your path through from what you're trying to say to what that user's going to receive it as and how they're going to receive it, I guarantee you your campaign will not get the same results. Number 1. Number 2, your product. You've got to know it intimately in every single way. Know the pitch, know the angle, know the concept, know every bullet point across the board that you want to illustrate. Listen, if you're trying to convince someone to buy a car or to buy a cake or to buy something, you know exactly why they want that cake. You know exactly the details about that cake. You know what kind of tires it's got. You know what the windows go up or the windows go down. The more you know about Project Breakthrough, about this project, the more you'll know how to make it successful. And listen, my friends, if you don't understand what's going on, you don't understand your product, you're not going to be able to communicate it. But today, rest assured, you're in good hands. We're going to give you a lot of the secret ingredients and the secret sauce. So number 2, clarity comes with product understanding. Number 3, creating yourself the very perfect avatar. And this is really important. Who are you selling to? You remember from day 1, day 2, day 3, and now we're on day 4. We've said it over and over and over again, my friends. If you have to match the message that you're trying to communicate to the right market. So who is that guy? What is the customer makeup? How old is he? How old is she? How many kids do they have? What's their dream? Do they work at Walmart? Do they work at a financial organization? What store? What program? Who are they? The better you know someone, the more you can communicate to them. It's kind of like when the phone rings and you know Chris is on the phone, you pick it up, and she goes, "It's me." Well, you know it's me because you've heard her voice over and over and over and over again. And you can respond in a couple of ways, right? A good way and not so good way. But the bottom line is you know her avatar. You know who she is, and you understand that one. Your customer's the same way, my friends. Your customer, you have to know who they are and who you're going towards. And today, in our blueprint, we're going to help define who the customer is that we're talking to. Next, what are that customer's greatest challenge in the world? What's their biggest problem? What's the obstacle? What keeps them up at night? If you knew what somebody needed and you knew exactly how to deliver it to them, you can then craft a marketing message that makes sense. So the biggest challenge, you want to know that across everything. How can I help that challenge? Next, how does your product solve that challenge? Think about this. No matter what they're doing, what their challenge is every single day, if your product doesn't give them a solution, then I can guarantee you, you're not going to be able to get that breakthrough. Remember, take this whole campaign blueprint we're putting together today and take it right back to day number one. Right back in the very beginning when you said, I want this much money in 14 days. I want this much money in 30 days. I want this much money in the first year. All of that comes to targeted marketing, targeted funnels, a targeted product all put together in the right place. We're building blocks, my friends, and blueprints are giving us the foundational plan for getting us successful. I want to write it all down, and if you don't see it clearly, it won't get there. So next, you got their product. Map out their journey. Create a bond and a positive expectancy. Listen, when you began Project Breakthrough, you were probably a little skeptical. You were probably a little like, okay, who are these guys? You put your arms up and you say, you know, look at Vic, look at Jason, who are these people? It's not something you really resonated with on day one. Until you get to know us. You get to hear our story. You get to hear our process. And then now here we are on day 4 and you believe it. You understand what's happening. You feel it. Every single inch of your body is there screaming for breakthrough and for joy, and we're going to bring that to you step by step and item by item. But we want to make sure you can hold on to it. We want to make sure you don't lose this opportunity as we go past the 14 days. This is a life-changing event. So understanding your customer, putting your blueprint together, we're going to get clarity. And we've got a document right here that we're going to go through and help you get it all written out and ironed out step by step so you know exactly what to expect before we start building anything. Your blueprint is now in hand.
Yeah. And that's actually going to be our homework tonight, you guys. So but before we actually get into this, I'm going to explain a couple other things that are important when it comes to the funnel. Okay? So clarity, super important. Then what we need to talk about is something I call the power hook. See, before I build a campaign, before I start lining traffic to a campaign, I want to see what it's going to look like. You know, so many people, you guys listen, so many people so many marketers are just throwing stuff against the wall and see what's going to stick, right? It's not the approach you want to take. I want to be super clear, and I want to see what kind of angles, what kind of messages I'm going to talk to them based on what Jason just explained, my customer avatar. Who's my customer, who am I talking to, and then what kind of messages they will resonate with. So I have those ready preloaded and I can see them, right? And then all we need to do is just transfer what's on here. We're going to do that tomorrow or the next day, and just transfer it onto the actual website. And it's going to be really easy. So there's a couple of things. I'm just going to give you the kind of like the knowledge, the theory part of it, and then we're actually going to do this in practice together. Okay? So the power hook, I'm going to write out 3 to 5 very catchy headlines. Right? So if you're promoting Project Breakthrough, for example, what would be the 3 to 5 very catchy headlines? I call them my hooks, right? That I can tell somebody, and they would be like, okay, tell me more. That's the only thing I want to get from them, right? Is get them engaged, get the reaction to be like, okay, that's interesting, I want to hear more. That's called the hook. You just hook them, right? Same thing with you. So you can apply this stuff to anything you're doing. If you're promoting Project Breakthrough, we're going to be doing this together for Project Breakthrough. I want to have 5 bullet points, okay? So what will it do for you? It's never about me, you know? Yeah, we're creating Project Breakthrough and we know what it is and everything, but it's never about us. It's about the customer, right? Why should they listen to us? So I always put myself in a customer's position. And I ask myself, if I didn't know who Vic is, who Jason is, who Mark or anybody or you are, right? I'd be like, who are you and why should I listen to you, right? So when I create and craft my 5 bullet points in a way that will engage them, right? And I'm going to talk to their core desire. There's 2 levels of desires that everybody have, right? All of us. We have something what's called our core desire and something called our surface desire. So for example, you're watching this right now. Most people's surface desire is they'll be like, I just want to make more money, right? I want to make an extra $5,000 a month. That's what they think they want on a surface consciously. Subconsciously, we don't even think about this until we start digging deep, right? It's going to be our core desire. Why do you need $5,000 a month? Why do you need 20? Why do you need $250,000 a year income, right?
Right.
Is that to have a bunch of papers laying around in your house, the money, right? Or is that to have the car that's going to get you around? Okay, great. Now what is that going to do for you? Why do you need a better car? Why do you want to be in a better house, right? So see, once you start digging deeper and drilling deeper into the inside of your heart of hearts, so to speak, then you get to the core desire. And most people don't think about it until you start asking them questions. In my marketing, what I want to do is I want to talk to my prospect based on their two levels of desires. Mark this down. If you can identify your target, your perfect customer's core desire, right, and then their surface desire, and you can structure your campaigns to address both of them in the same campaign, you'll get them every single time, okay? And it will be good for them. Because why do you need to make more money? To provide more, better things for your family. Why is that important to you? That's when the feeling comes in, right? So I want to talk to their feelings as well as their surface desires, what they think they want, okay? So we're going to do that together. Now then I want to identify what my call to action is going to be in my funnel. So what would the button say, possibly? We'll do that together here. And then this is important for me, and I recommend you guys start practicing this as well in your entrepreneurial journey. Something I call a 24-hour rule. So we're going to fill this out. We're going to create our campaigns together. I'm actually going to show you on the screen here in just a minute. I actually did this homework, kind of like pre-filled it out for us as an example purpose. We can, of course, model it. You can modify it if you want. And by the way, you will be able to print this out in your to-dos for today as well. Okay, so just fill it out. Actually, go ahead and print it out right now, and once we start going through it, you'll be able to model it. So when I fill this out, before I start transferring what's on paper onto the actual website, I want to give it about 24 hours. And the reason for that is because have that ever happened to you where you like, tonight you think, you have this awesomest idea ever, and then tomorrow you think about that idea and you're like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
I got stories for that one.
You got a story for that one, Jay? So that's what I'm referring to the 24-hour rule. So tomorrow, for example, I'm going to take a look at this again, and if it still is connecting with me, I'm going to move forward, right? Sometimes I might look at a headline and then I have a better idea or a twist to it tomorrow, right? So before I finalize it, give it 24 hours, okay? So, and then we're going to create a brand new list in an autoresponder. So that's what we're going to do today. And what I will do now is actually just walk you guys through this. This is going to be really, really simple. Okay, it's not going to be anything difficult, but it's really, really, really important. Most marketers don't do this, and that's a big mistake. Okay, they're going through things blindly, and we don't want to be blind in this journey. So the sheet, actually, go ahead and you can fill this out together as we're doing this. And for you, my friend, right? Go ahead and print this out. You can pause the video right now, print the sheet out, and you can follow along with us, especially if you're promoting Project Breakthrough, because what I did is I did this exercise for Project Breakthrough customer, okay? And perhaps you'll find yourself be one of these people, It's funny, Jason, I told you this story, we had one person, actually no, we had quite a few people telling us, in the beta version of Project Breakthrough, people were like, Vic, that campaign blueprint, you were talking about me. See, here's a big ticket, big nugget. As a marketer, if you can identify your perfect customer's biggest challenge, if you can articulate it better than they can articulate it, they will automatically assume that you have a solution. Whether you do or not, it's irrelevant, okay? It's better, it's good when you have a solution, but if you can identify and tell them their problem and explain it better than they can explain it, that will assume that you have a solution. So that's why this is important. Okay. So check it out. So product I'm promoting, okay? It's Project Breakthrough. We're just going to base everything around this funnel that I presented to you yesterday. It's phenomenal. It's the best thing that we have ever conceived ever, and it's great. It's working, okay? So again, hopefully, again, I know you guys did your homework. If you didn't do your homework, big mistake, big mistake. Do whatever you need to do. Get the money, get the tools, whatever you need to do. Like don't find excuses. Find reasons to succeed. Some people find excuses to fail. Some people find reasons to succeed. Which one are you? All right. So I'm going to assume that moving from this point forward, you did your homework. You are an elite. You have your autoresponder. You have your tracking system. You have your, the spy tool that I told you to get yesterday. Right? You have all the tools engaged and ready. And so let's go the next step here. So here are the top 3 product benefits of Project Breakthrough. Okay. So if I talk to you, Chris, right, and I say, look, Chris, do you want to earn a commission within 14 days?
Yes.
Of course, it's no brainer,
Absolutely.
right? So it's one of the benefits of High Traffic Academy is a company behind Project Breakthrough. So Project Breakthrough is one of our programs. So that can be a headline, okay? So I'm just like jotting ideas down. Does that make sense? Benefit number 2 is you will understand how to do it again. So by the time you guys are through the program, you will be able to, provided you follow everything we tell you, you will be able to earn a commission within 14 days. And then you will understand how you did it. That's why we're taking the time and really explaining to you the process and explaining to you the process. And if you're like, Vic, come on, just, let's start driving traffic. Hold on, we'll get there, but you need to understand how you did it so you can replicate it. If you don't have us, 6 months from today, you will have the knowledge. And it's the best thing we can give you is the knowledge, okay? Number 3 is scale and leverage. Okay, so by the time you're done with the program, you will have, and this funnel actually does it for you automatically, but you'll be able to take the commission you've earned initially, and it's going to automatically scale and leverage for you. Okay, I showed you the funnel a little bit yesterday, get you behind the curtain a little bit, so you saw the bigger picture, right? So this will happen automatically. This will allow you to become independent, successful promoter, and pretty much earn money at will. This funnel is going to do it for you. Okay. Make sense? Any questions?
Not yet.
Questions for you, right? If you have questions, put them down in the comments below. If you're taking notes, take your notes on the right-hand side of this video. There's a note tab for you, so feel free. Okay, we're moving forward. So that's section number 1. Section number 2 is my perfect customer. Okay, so here is Jason was talking about, the avatar, right? Getting very, very clear. Everything's going to come together, you guys, when I explain this. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to a 16-year-old? Am I talking to a 90-year-old? Am I talking to somebody who's an executive? Am I talking to somebody who works at, McDonald's or, a blue-collar worker type, person, right? Who am I talking to here? Because based on my language in my campaign, it will determine the success rate, right? Who am I targeting? So there's different funnels for different people. Okay, different funnels for different people. You never put everybody in the same basket. If I'm talking to somebody who just went through a divorce, for example, they are in a different mindset than somebody who is, they're okay, but they just want to make more money. Totally different messages, right? Somebody who's an executive at a at a Inc. 500 company, and he just burnt out. He just wants more freedom. I need to talk to him a little bit differently than somebody who is working at Walmart, for example, or McDonald's, and they just want to break through, right? Different. Make sense?
Yep.
So Project Breakthrough, if I had to, and this is, again, this can evolve as we move forward, and we'll create more different funnels later on when you guys are part of High Traffic Academy, obviously. You're part of Elite. The journey is going to continue. We're not going to just let you, just take you through the process 14 days and let you go on your own. We're going to continue to work with you. You're a part of the family now. You, my friend, if you are an elite, you are a part of the family. So it's a journey beyond 14 days, right? 14 days is just to get you started, get you in that cash flow position. But we're going to have different funnels for different folks, okay? Right now, what we're going to go for is we want to impact the masses. We don't really want to target for this particular session or for this particular 14 days, for this particular funnel. We don't want to really target somebody who is like a super tight, small group of people over here. We want to go for the masses right now. So if I think about this and I just like close my eyes and imagine who would be the perfect customer. I see somebody who is 35 to 50 years old, okay, is male, who works at a day job that he doesn't enjoy. Okay? He's trying to make money online because he saw the vision or he sees the dream that other people are living and he wants to have that. Okay? But he's trying to sell somebody else's products, but he's not getting results. Okay? He's confused, he's frustrated, and he's overwhelmed. And he still believes in the dream. He still wants to make it happen, but he just doesn't know how to do it, right? He wants to make enough money to replace his $45,000 a year salary. His goal is to make $3,000 to $5,000 a month online. See how specific I am? So if I know that I'm talking to that person, and there can be deviation, plus minus 20% or whatever as far as numbers, But if I know I'm talking to that person, I can center my messages around that particular person's situation. See? Okay. And there's a lot of people like that. Let me ask you a question. You know, what is your dream? You know, do you see yourself being a part of this group? If I had to guess, probably yes, just like most people, okay? So I'm very clear on that. Now, next, let's talk about what their biggest challenge is, okay? He is overwhelmed. You know, I surveyed thousands of people on the internet. And the single biggest reason that people tell me that they're failing is because they're getting too much information, conflicting messages from all these different gurus online, and they just don't know what to do, right? They're trying this, it doesn't work, it's just overwhelmed. And it's that feeling, that state of mind, it's not creative, you can't do much with it, and you're running into roadblocks, right? Has that ever happened to you? Overwhelm is number one biggest challenge for most people not getting results. So he's overwhelmed. He doesn't have a true step-by-step guide to follow. Okay? They're getting concepts. Have you ever gone through the program to where you got a bunch of concepts, right? They're like, okay, you got to do that and you got to do that. But you're like, can you just show it to me? Can you like do this on your computer where I can stand over your shoulder and watch you do this so I can actually follow along? That's why Project Breakthrough was launched. We wanted to fill in that gap, right? So he doesn't have a step-by-step program. He's not able to get good traffic that converts into sales. Here at High Traffic Academy, that's what we do, right? So we can address all of those biggest challenges in a single program, Project Breakthrough. Perfect. Again, moving on to the next thing is how will this program solve my customer's biggest challenge? It's going to walk you through step by step, showing you exactly how to A, earn a commission, do it again, scale and leverage. Very simple, very straight to the point. It's just like that, right? And we're going to do it with you, like we told you. Just follow the instructions and do what we do. It's going to solve your biggest challenge. It's going to put you on the road to success, okay? Now, you guys, the journey part is critical. We're going to talk about it later in the funnel. For now, I'm just going to tell you like this. When we have traffic, and we're going to be building a landing page, okay, building our list. When we have traffic, visitors come into our site, they're opting and leaving their email into our autoresponder list, which we'll create today. And then they go to Project Breakthrough. You earn those commissions, great. But they are in your world, they're on your list. Make sense? So I want to map out a journey for the first month, for example, of what will I be talking to them that can serve them and that's going to get them, help them come closer to me, because I want to stand out as a marketer. Make sense? Does that make sense to you? You want to stand out as a marketer. People who are on your list, they are in your world. They're a part of your family, right? So you want to take care of them. Most marketers, they don't do anything with them. You will be different. I'm going to teach you how to talk to your people so that they'll buy from you pretty much anything you recommend. When I send out an email to my list, Jason and I, we have, from the company here, High Traffic Academy, our open rates are up to 70, 80% sometimes. Why? Because people are engaging. We're taking them specifically, strategically through a process that gets them closer to us. Industry average email open rate is under 10%. It's like 7%. Pretty bad. So how do you do that? There's a way to engineer it. And the way that I engineer it is I map out the journey and I talk to them in a way that resonates with them. So for example, I'm going to do it later together, but for now, just give you a big picture here. Email number one is I might send them an email, send them to a page that we're going to create in SiteSuite. I'm just going to talk about my story, right? Hey, here's who I am, here's where I came from. I'm a real guy, right? I'm a real dude with family that just wants to make a difference, just connection story. You guys can talk about your story, we'll do it together. Then, maybe a week later, I'm going to send them another email saying, hey, here are the top 3 myths about internet marketing that I've learned, and I just want to share it with you. You're giving them free content. But the content is structured in a way that brings them value and gets them closer to you and elevates their trust and desire and belief in what you do. Okay? There's a formula. It's all working synergistically and pushing you higher as far as the authority figure in their world. Okay? Because everybody else, look, if somebody's going to opt into my list, they're going to opt into 50 other lists, 50 other people, right? And so 49 of the other people will just tell them, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. And Vic is going to send them an email saying, hey, here are the top 3 myths, be careful. Right? Or here are the top 3 challenges, be careful. Here's a landmine or something like that. Don't step there, go this direction. So I'm leading them through the process. And then maybe I'm going to talk to them about how to become a super affiliate, right? You made a little bit of money, here's how to scale. And then how to get anything you want, right? Who wouldn't want to learn how to get anything you want in life? So it's content. We'll get into that as we develop our funnel. that make sense so far, you guys?
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, makes sense to you too? All right. All right, let's talk about the next page here, which is the power hook. So here are the headlines that we can potentially use. And again, we can modify these. We'll give it 24-hour rule and see what happens. First headline could possibly be, hey, for the first time in history, a true step-by-step video guide for making real money online in as soon as 14 days flat, 100% free. Okay, something that's going to get people's attention. Headline number 2 could be, hey, how to realistically start earning up to $300 to $1,500 or more per month from home as soon as 14 days. You see where I'm coming from? I take that number, 300 to 1,500 is something specific, and knowing his desire, right, my customer's desire, I can connect the dots together and I get better conversions.
Okay.
See, but if I don't know his desire, then I can't really talk to him in that way. Does that make sense? So headline number 3, again, this is just ideas on a paper here for now. Breaking news, right? A big news flash. Industry's first true step-by-step guide to making real money online, 100% free. Okay, just to get people's attention. Do you want to earn money online? Okay. Project Breakthrough takes total beginners from 0 to good life in 14 days flat, right? Just like you guys, total beginners. You might be a total beginner. Follow the process. We're going to take you to a good life, right? In the entrepreneur's world. And actual world too, because look, we can help you solve this financial situation. You can figure out how to be happy, right? All right. So 5 headlines. If you guys want, you can just literally just model these, and same thing for you. You just model this if you're promoting Project Breakthrough, and then when we're building the actual site, we're going to be referencing this again. Okay. Now here are my 5 irresistible benefits. Okay, that I can be talking to them whether in my emails or on the site. So they can be, learn how to start earning real money online within 14 days. So they're similar to the headlines. Industry's first, true step-by-step video guide for making money online in 14 days. How to realistically start earning $300 to $1,500 a month online. Brand new kind of training takes people from 0 to hero in 14 days flat. Just different angles. Project Breakthrough is taking the inner industry by storm, helping beginners to go from 0 to good life in 14 days. When we launched this program, there was nothing like it before. Still, there was nothing like it before. It literally takes the industry. If you guys see the comments, on the Project Breakthrough actual landing page, the actual sign-up page, you see what people are saying, and people are all over it, right? And it's awesome. It making a difference for people. But these are the things that I can use in my promotional messages, right? My call to action, for example, in the buttons, I can say, hey, claim my free spot. And these will be more relevant, and you guys will get a lot better idea of how we're going to use them once we start building our site, which is going to be over the next day or 2. Okay. So does this make sense?
It does.
Any questions? You guys are in the banking industry. You probably resonate with this a little bit in some way.
I've seen things like this before, so it makes sense. It makes sense that you're trying to attract these people in and telling them exactly what they want to hear, really. Like you said before, you're appealing to what it is they're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
You talk to their surface desire, but then you actually take them through the process to where you really, really impact their core desire, and that's when they connect with you. That's when they never leave you.
Yeah.
And as a marketer, so that's it. So I see you guys are actually filling it out as I'm explaining to you, right? So same thing with you, my friend. If you're watching this, feel free to just model it, because we're going to take this journey. It may change a little bit over the next few days because we are doing this live recording, right? But any changes we make, or any tweaks or modifications or twists, you'll be seeing everything on camera. Next thing, what we need to get done today is we need to create a list, okay, in our autoresponder. So you guys did your homework. Let me open up GetResponse. So you did create an account with GetResponse,
we
right?
did.
So let me go to GetResponse. And Mark, if you would do me a favor, here's what I can do. I can actually, Jason, why don't we use their accounts for everything? Because they got the accounts, and they're brand new accounts.
Great.
So everything we're going to do is we're going to use on your guys' accounts.
Okay.
Great.
Cool. So Site Suite and GetResponse. Just go ahead and log in, Mark, for me.
Alrighty.
I think you can type anything in there. It's going to go through.
All right, good.
Probably.
All right, awesome. So here we are. We logged in. I don't want to save your password. I don't need that. All right, so brand new account, fresh, crispy, hot off the press, right?
Crispy, hot off the press.
You like that?
I like the crispiness.
You like the
I feel
crispiness.
very hot off the press.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so here is the idea. every product that I'm promoting, okay, every funnel is going to have its own list. I want to separate them. If I'm selling apples, I want to talk to people who are interested in apples, not shoes. Makes sense, right? Simple concept. If I'm promoting Project Breakthrough, I want to have a specific list for Project Breakthrough. When people go to my landing page, they opt in, it goes to my list for Project Breakthrough.
Okay.
Later on, when we add another product to promote, I'm going to create a different list for that product.
Makes sense.
Cool. All right, we're clear? All right. Here is the reason I wanted to use GetResponse, you guys, because it's the simplest thing that's out there. We are creating our own autoresponder that is just as simple, but 50 times more powerful. We're including things like SMS mobile marketing, a lot of something we call the check-in button, right? Which is it's really, really cool. We're going to talk about it later.
A little bit later.
You know, you'll hear about it. It's really, really awesome. For now, we're just going to roll with what we think is the easiest, the lowest hanging fruit that's out there, and it's good. Here's how I will create a list. Over here, Mark, you can see it says current campaign. This is your default username. Okay. To create a new list, I'm going to click on this drop down here. I will go to create new campaign. So campaign and list, they're all the same. So different autoresponders, different verbiage.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. So campaign, I'm going to click on create new campaign. And here it's going to say, okay, great, create new campaign, name your campaign. How do I want to name this campaign, this list, right? So this is for me. So I can, make distinctions between different lists. Since we're promoting Project Breakthrough, we're just going to say something like Project Breakthrough, for example, right? And see if it's available. Project Breakthrough. Now, the campaign or the list in autoresponders, I know GetResponse specifically is like that, they have to be unique. So if there is another list with the same name by somebody else, by another customer, they will not allow you to create. So it's kind of like website, it needs to be unique. So see, Project Breakthrough is already taken.
Wow.
Says no such campaign.
Project Breakthrough 14.
All right, let's say Project Breakthrough 14. Click on Create. Well done. See that?
Alrighty.
Perfect. So we are all done. This is as simple as that, you guys. Super simple. Listen, if you are using GetResponse, you know what to do. Great. If this is brand new for you, you just watch me create a brand new list. That's all I'm going to do for now. I'm not going to worry about adding contacts, newsletters, all this stuff right here, edit campaign. None of that stuff is important yet. We'll come back to it, and then we're going to link this list with our site suite, which we're going to build, our website. We're going to link them together. It's all going to talk seamlessly, and we won't even have to mess with HTML. So it's going to be super simple.
That's great.
Very, very easy to do. So quick stop before I give you your assignment. Any questions?
Not today?
Not today.
Make sense?
It does.
Easy?
Feels good.
Light,
Looks good.
laid back, workshop style, right? Hopefully everything makes sense to you. Listen, you can rewind, you can watch this video before the next day opens up for you. Do this stuff, right? So I'm going to give you guys your assignment. You already did it, I see, right? Or at least most of it.
The homework tonight.
That's good, right? So 2 things. Number 1, fill out your campaign blueprint, okay? So if you didn't, you're watching this, my friend, over to the right of this video, you'll be able to print it out in your to-dos, print it out, complete it. You can rewatch the video if you want to, if you need some help and follow through and model what we did. Number 2 is you'll create a list in your autoresponder, which I already did it for you guys. You're welcome.
Perfect.
All
Thank
good. So for you, you're going to do that. Just create a list, get things ready. Okay? Like I told you, if you are missing any one of the tools, anything that we told you yesterday, make sure you have it ready. Make sure you do that today. Have it handy. Everything, it's like building a house, right? If you're missing a brick, you're not going to have a solid wall. You got to have everything in line. Suspend your disbelief. I'm going to say it to you many, many, many times over and over again. Give yourself 30 days to succeed. 30 days is all I'm asking for. 14 days, we're going to walk you through this process. We're going to fire up your funnel. Another 14 days for you to start seeing those residuals coming in. Boom, 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 right? Don't worry about money. Don't worry about what you need to do, what you need to invest. You're investing in your business. You are building your infrastructure. So, Jason, any other ideas, any other things you want to add?
Brother, I think that's all you have to think about, because that's all I can think about, because you did a great job of it. Awesome job.
Awesome. Well, we're ready to go then.
So listen, on the right side, you got your notes. Those notes are saved for you as they've been throughout the entire training. You can always come back to them over and over again. On the right-hand side is your to-do list. On your to-do list tab, you've got your Project Breakthrough campaign blueprint, as well as a note that tells you exactly what you've got to do. So let's get your your campaign blueprint all laid out and ready to go, because tomorrow we get started on landing pages. We'll begin to change the paradigm of this process and get ready to start making some money. I'm excited. I know you guys are pumped, and you just keep jumping up and down with joy. I love the joy.
I'm excited because we're gonna change your life. You know, if again,
So much fun.
provided you are ready for it, it will change your life, no doubt.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Do your homework, and we'll see you soon.